taco walks into a bar and the bartender says, "We don't serve tacos here." The taco says, "That's okay, I'm just here for a margarita." That was the premise behind the book that I wrote, A Taco Walks Into a Bar. This is my cookbook, The Taco Walking Into the Bar, you get it? And I'm gonna show you how to make your own cookbook. You could do this in just 9 steps and it's not gonna cost you a dime. You can seriously make a cookbook yourself for free and publish it and have your friends purchase it on Amazon, Kindle or paperback. This is completely printed on Amazon. An author copy costs me about $2.45. I'm charging $20 for this one and I get about $10 royalty. So let me tell you about the 9 steps. So step 1, of course, is to pick your subject. You know, what are you writing the cookbook about? Is it about chicken? Is it about Chinese food? Is it about keto diets? Pick your style and decide what's going to work for you. Next, of course, you're going to collect the recipes. Step 2, collect recipes and start putting them into a Word format so it's going to read top to bottom or side by side, however you read it. But collect your recipes in one area, and then step 3 is going to be to rewrite those recipes so someone can reproduce them. Now, if you look at a cookbook that you may already own, you can see some of the commonly used abbreviations. So you can just copy some of their ideas, like tablespoon. You don't have to write it out every time. You can use the commonly used abbreviations. And you want to tell the person what heat to have things on, what kind of pot to use, you know, the important things. Pretend that you're teaching a beginner how to make something and try to write your description like that. And then next is going to be step 4, which is writing actually the description for the recipe, which is really more like a story. So half the reason people buy cookbooks is because they want to read the story about the recipes. So I wrote this recipe because I was at my grandma's house overlooking the ocean, and then I thought of shrimp and I made this shrimp recipe. I don't know. In my book, I kind of wrote dad kind of puns before them. Is that a jalapeno in your pocket? Are you just happy to see me? And then I get into the salsa recipe, you know, after like a little brief description of it. But I have a lot of jokes in here, and that's how I wrote it because I thought it would be fun to make it fun, have a joke with every recipe kind of book. So that was my style. And of course, the description and story of the recipe is what's going to make it your style. Probably the biggest question about a cookbook is whether recipes are copywritten. And you actually can't copyright a recipe. You can copyright the story above it. So if you repeat someone's story in your book, you could be breaking some copyright laws. But if you straight up steal their recipe, it's unethical, but it's not illegal. And after you're done writing all the stories for each of your recipes or some of your recipes, it doesn't have to be a story for every single recipe if that's not how you want to do it. The next thing you want to do is add the other parts to the book, like the introduction, the dedication. If you'd like to have a table of contents or an index, add that in. So that's going to be the next step. And then the step after that is going to be your cover art. So when you use KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, they'll do paperback and Kindle, and all you do is upload your manuscript and your cover art, and they'll make it into a book for you. So cover art is going to be, so if you lay the book like this, it'll be a template, kind of looks like this, flat, and you'll fill in front and back and spine, which I didn't put anything in my spine, I didn't realize, so that's one mistake I made. And you want to fill in the cover art based on the size of the book that you want and the number of pages, because that determines how big the spine is and how far over the printing is compared to the spine dimensions. So you just go into KDP, they have a template, you type in the number of pages, you type in the size of the book that you want to do, and they'll say, okay, here is the template for the cover art, and you just fill it in. And it was a little more complicated for me. I wasn't able to do it very well. So I personally did pay someone to do that for me. And I just went to freelancer.com and I paid somebody $25 to do it for me. I had them upload my logo. I told them what to type on the front. and I told them what I wanted on the back, and they put the circle in and made a little more designing than I probably would have been able to make. But if you could figure it out, you can keep your book free. But I personally, yes, I spent $25, but that was my choice. So the next thing you want to put together is your book description and categories for how you'd like Amazon to display you. So when you go to Amazon in the book section and you pull up a book, you'll see the picture of the book, which is going to be the cover art. Whoops, the cover art. And you're going to see the cover art and then a description next to it. So you want to fill out what you want to say in that description. It needs to be, enticing. You want to get someone to read your cookbook. And so you want to kind of write a background in there about why somebody should read your book. And then categories, so you're going to pick, it's going to be like food or drink. It can be ethnicity if you're doing like a style of cooking. It could be a special diet, whatever categories you'd like. So you can look through Amazon and see what categories are available, so you can decide which categories your book is going to fit in. And you also want to pick up keywords. So if somebody is on Amazon in the book section and they're looking for how to make chicken, so they want a bunch of chicken recipes, they're going to type in chicken recipes. So those can be your keywords, chicken recipes. So you want to think of, I think there are 8 fields to fill in for keywords. So you want to spend some time working on research for that. You can also change that as well as your description anytime if you think of later on some things you want to change to make it better. And then step 8 would be finally you get to upload it. So it's so easy on the KDP website. You just click on upload manuscript and it uploads it for you. They do want you, I think it's a PDF format only. And I don't have PDF on my computer. I can read it, but I can't transfer my Word documents into PDF. So what I did, I emailed it to a friend. They changed it to PDF for me, and then ta-da, I had a PDF. So I uploaded my manuscript and my cover art, and it was ready to go. Now from there, step 9, you might be tempted to order books right away and send some off to your friends, start giving them away, but you need to check out your book in print first, because you never know how it's going to look. So you want to look at things like, that's not a good page. Let's see, 2 recipes back to back. So is one recipe starting up here, the other recipe starting over here, or did you accidentally move this over here with the following page having the rest of the instructions? You want to look at the formatting basically, and you want to look at, say, like page 1. I wish I would have had a blank page in here. So the next page, say the copyright, it could have been over here if you want. You want to look at all the pages, and also your printing. You want to see, do you like the cover? Do you want to change the cover at all? The first time I printed it, this was shifted over there, so I wanted to redo it. And actually, this is my 3rd cover art because I did have one before this. So this was actually my first cover, and the food does not look appetizing. So I received this as my author copy, and I was like, yuck. And so I had to redo my cover, and I made it look like this. So that was my choice. But I'm glad that I didn't order a whole bunch of them before I was like, oh crap, this sucks. But as far as pricing and royalties, I charge $20. I think it's $20.33 for this book, and I get $10. So they're taking out printing costs, shipping, and whatever fees they have, and I get about $10 from that, which I'm cool with because I didn't pay a thing for it. All I did was upload my manuscript, my cover art, and then I get $10 for every book I sell. And that's just for a paperback copy. Now the Kindle, I don't know, I really don't push my Kindle at all. I don't think I get very much, because you can't charge as much for a Kindle book as you can for a paperback. I think my Kindle's $10 and then the paperback is $20. So yeah, I hope this helps you. Please share this with a friend if they're interested in making a cookbook, or if you like this video at all, thumbs it up. And I hope to see you on another video soon. If you're writing a cookbook, please share it in the comments. I'd love to see what you're up to. So thanks for watching.